Greetings from Bible Center Church. I'm happy to share the next few minutes with you. I'm Steve Corbin, the Executive Director of Operations. Today I'd like to talk to you about God's plan for our children. Of all the gifts I have been given, the most cherished are the 4 children Kim and I are blessed to parent. While the stress of raising children can be difficult at times, we have found the joy far outweighs the struggle. When Kim and I decided to begin a family, little did we know that we would go from 0 to 4 children in a little over 5 years. Jack, Sammy, and our twins Katie and Maddie are indeed a source of joy. Not a day goes by we don't smile at a conversation, joke, or a warm hug from one or all 4 of our children. When Jack was 18 months and Sammy a newborn, Jackson had a medical condition that required hospitalization, surgery, and blood transfusions. For a time, we were unsure of what was happening. I will tell you, in those moments, I struggled mightily with why God would allow my child to suffer the pain of needles, invasive medical tests, and seemingly endless vital checks in the middle of the night. I wished it had been me, not him, to bear that pain. Yet, God's plan for Jack also involved Kim and me. We learned that Jack and Sammy, and later on the twins, didn't belong to us, but that we were stewards of their lives, obligated by God to rear our son and daughters with love and a biblical world perspective so that God can use them as He pleases. As hard as it was to relinquish control, it was necessary. To this day, when I think of that time, I am reminded of my role in my children's life. Exodus 2, 1 through 10 tells about a Jewish mother who, during a time of enslavement for her people, gave up control of her son. That son was Moses, who ultimately would lead his people from Egypt. I'd like to think that Moses' mom was, in the moment, trying her best to preserve her son's life, not knowing what plans God had in store. She was simply trying to love her child the best way she knew how, not knowing what the future held. God has great plans for your children. He wants the best for them. Even in the difficult moments we are living in now, balancing marriage, work, parenting, homeschooling, and a myriad of other tasks, God is using you and these circumstances to prepare your children for something He will call them to. Proverbs 22:6 says, "To start children off in the way they should go, and when they're old, they won't turn from it." Jeremiah 29:11 says that God knows the plan He has for you, to bless you, not to harm you, and to give you hope and a future. 9.5 years ago, I didn't know the outcome of Jack's illness. Thank God he recovered, and we are now embarking on the adolescent stage of life, one that we all look forward to. None of us know what the future holds, but we do know with certainty God has a plan for our children. My prayer is that whether it be the circumstances of this moment in time or some other experience you have had, you find rest, solace, and hope in the fact that God loves your child in a supernatural way, and that with His guidance you will find the grace, wisdom, and love to shepherd your children towards His plan for their life. I trust your will, and if Bible Center can help you in any way, please know we are ready to do so.